All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the community call of second quarter 2025. I'm your host, Alex Stoichescu. I handle community communications and fun stuff for Request Network. Thank you for joining us today. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope that the weather is nice for you. And greetings from sunny Berlin. We finally, we finally reached summer here after weeks and weeks of just 10 degrees. And next week, excitingly, we have Berlin Blockchain Week happening, and I'll be joined by Francisco and Mariana. We'll have our own side event, and if anybody is in Berlin, drop by, and we'll warmly greet you, and we will show you a bit around of what we're working with the API. Well, without further ado, let's move on to the juicy slides, where we're going to be talking about the presentation itself, the updates from the team, and at the end we will have a Q&A section just like usual where we're going to answer the questions that you sent. If you have any other questions, just write them in the chat here. My colleague Tristan will answer to the best of his abilities. And if there's any questions that are not answerable right now, we'll do our best to answer in the future. Let's start with the mission, which you must have heard probably 1,000 times, but here's the 1,001 time that you will hear it, because this is super important for us and for you if you follow our progress. The mission remains the same: to enable the growth of a financial ecosystem built on open source, decentralized blockchain infrastructure. After learning from past friction points, we've shifted to delivering fast, easy to use payment infrastructure through our powerful API. And by abstracting the complexities of crypto payments and tracking, we enable builders and businesses to offer crypto native experiences without touching the crypto infrastructure itself, allowing us to position ourselves as a safe pair of hands for anybody that's navigating crypto finance. And that's a little bit of insight into our strategy in the past couple of months and for the future. We're establishing ourselves as a safe pair of hands for anybody that is navigating the difficult landscape of crypto finance. Some of you have already seen this, but nevertheless, we have a couple of exciting new features. And to show them all, we have developed Easy Invoice, which is a demo web application built with Next.js for creating and paying requests using the powerful Request Network API. Its functionalities, the Easy Invoice functionalities, mimic Web2 apps, providing a super user-friendly experience with a Google login and real-time updates. You can try it out right now at easyinvoice.request.network. Some of you may remember create.request.network. This is the evolution. Let us know what you think, from missing features to UX improvements. Um, the next thing that we have for you is super interesting. It's been requested by many companies and freelancers as well. Cross-chain payments. They are live on production. They allow users to pay for a request using a stablecoin from a different blockchain network than the one specified on the request. So for example, a payer can pay a request for USDC on Base using USDT from their Polygon wallet. So to repeat, a payer can pay a request for USDC on Base using USDT from their Polygon wallet, and I think that's wonderful. Cross-chain payments are right now supported on Polygon, on Base, on Optimism, and on Arbitrum, and of course ETH mainnet. Supported stablecoins are USDC, USDT, and DAI. If you want more details about cross-chain payments, reach out to any one of us right in the chat right now, or go to docs.request.network where this is heavily documented for developers. However, if you're a video enjoyer, we've got many demos on our YouTube channel and integration tips provided by our colleagues Ivan and Rodrigo. Now we have two more features that I'd like to talk about. Apologies for the loud ambulance sound. I live on the ground floor. Crypto to fiat payments, another super highly requested feature by businesses. This allows users to pay in crypto while the receiver gets fiat, which maybe somebody doesn't know means regular money, hard cash, yeah, directly in their bank account. It's available only to approved platforms, so you have to go to an approval process with our engineering team, and it uses the V2 of our API, the second version of our API, which is also it's also available for anybody to test. To enable it, platforms must go through that process, to the vetting process. They must onboard users to KYC. They must do agreement signing, and they also have to link their bank accounts. So it's not particularly the easiest process, but if you want to get money, fiat, in your bank account, this is the way, and we've again made sure that the user experience is top notch. Request Tech handles the crypto receipt and the fiat payout. Status updates like KYC, know your customer, approval, bank detail validation, and payment progress are also shared in real time via webhooks. This system ensures compliance, it ensures the usual smooth UX, and a clean API integration. And lastly, but not least, batch payments. We just announced them a couple of days ago. Thank you, Alex, for doing the announcement. And well, honestly, Alex Popexu. Now I'm not thanking myself, okay? And to explain what batch payments are, because probably not everybody is aware of this, but batch payments allow users to execute hundreds of transactions in a single API call, enabling faster workflows, better scalability, and of course better reliability. Some of you may remember batch transactions. This is similar, but it's not the same. Let's be clear here. The transaction is not a payment in our lingo. This feature, the batch payments, it was built to help streamline operations, whether it's payroll, you can imagine that payroll would greatly benefit from batch payments, or if it's multiple bill payments. At the end of the month, you receive 10 bills, one of them for your internet, one of them for this, another for whatever service, and you want to pay them in one go, not in 10 transactions. Use this feature. And if you want to see any of these features online in live, you can come to our event next week in Berlin. You can go to YouTube. The demos are there, the recorded demos are there, or you can reach out to Mariana and she would gladly set up a meeting and demo the feature that you want to see the most. Probably the most convenient way is just to DM me or Mariana. Now, next up, congratulations to Alora Finance for winning the best project in the first quarter. I think Ivo, the founder, was around this call. Congratulations, Ivo. This means that our partners from Alora Finance will receive $1,000 as a prize, and thank you to all the participating projects. Stay tuned for the Best Ecosystem project in Q2 vote. It's going to start in the next couple of weeks. And if you want to participate in this initiative, simply integrate Request Network with your project and let us know. All active integrations qualify for this, and they qualify for the $1,000 prize. Those who want to participate in the voting process, though, you need to have 1,000 REC tokens. You need to hold 1,000 REC tokens in a wallet, not on a centralized exchange. And you can get access to the gated governance channel where we vote for projects. Congratulations to Zero Finance for receiving a grant. And some of you might wonder, who is Zero Finance? Well, they were formerly known as HyperSquirrel. And Ben, the founder, figured out that maybe it's not the best name for this kind of neobank that he's creating, an AI-powered neobank. So he switched to Zero Finance, and the website is www.zero.finance. That's not an O, that's a zero. Go check it out. Um, they congratulations to Ben and the team for scoring a 10,000 grant to advance their powerful vision, which is, yeah, like I mentioned, AI-driven crypto finance. It respects privacy and simplifies business. So we're building a bank account for the AI generation, for the next generation of people that want banking services. And right now, you can go to their website and you get access to an IBAN or ACH account, easy interfaces to manage your money, and even a savings account for your idle balance that promises 5 to 10% API. That's quite a lot. This could be your project. You could be the next grantee as well. The grant program is still ongoing. You can head to request.network/grant and get more information and even apply right there. And if you want to hear more about Zero Finance, formerly known as HyperSquirrel, there's a blog post about it on our blog on request.network/blog. There's a recorded X space which is on our YouTube channel, and you can also find that on X on our X channel. So once again, congratulations, Zero Finance and Ben, for the grant. Looking forward to many, many, many contributions. And let's check out the new ecosystem players from the for the first quarter of 2025. We have Alora Finance, we have Zero Finance, and we have Animal Social Club, which is a platform that you can access at animalsocialclub.org. You can check out what they're doing. It's really cool. They're doing donations for animals, and if they're using us for invoicing, obviously, and if you just go on their website. It's an amazing website, and I think that it will resonate with many of you. Onwards and upwards. Protocol metrics. So, here are the stats for the first quarter, right? We had 81,000 batch transactions. So again, not batch payments, batch transactions, because for us and in the request network ecosystem, a transaction is an invoice creation, is an invoice approval, is an invoice rejection. Each one of these actions is a transaction. So it's not particularly clear. There's a little bit of noise. So we're still on track to pass 300K transactions this year, which would mean a 50% increase year on year. But we're just not even halfway. Well, actually, halfway through the year. So let's give that some time to cook. And I was just telling you about the noise and the metrics and how this maybe doesn't accurately reflect what we want to reflect, to show to businesses and to people. So let me tell you about the updates on how we measure success. Transaction count is, well, it used to be our default actually, but it didn't tell the full story. It included everything, right? Creation, approval, and even rejection. So that noise masked what really matters, which is payments. We're switching to a metric that is cleaner and more meaningful, and those metrics are number of payments and the volume of those payments, right? This change aligns with what businesses care about: accurate payment detection and real transfers. It also helps us and the community to track how the protocol is growing in real terms. So that being said, as shown in the slide, in the first quarter of 2025, we had 4,754 crypto payments go through our smart contracts. And what do you think the situation looks like today? I can give you a little sneak peek into the number of payments in the second quarter, which obviously is still ongoing. And the second quarter has already over 14,000 payments. I'm not giving you the exact number simply because the quarter hasn't ended. It will be fair, right? But just as a sneak peek, we're doing quite well. Thank you for the applause. Moving on, the payments volume in the first quarter is the equivalent in US dollars of 8.7 million. Um, if you want to check out other metrics, I strongly invite you to go to rec.network, which is a community dashboard, and together with PG, the maintainer of the dashboard, we're gonna try and integrate these new metrics into the community tracking dashboard as well. Moreover, you can expect to see these metrics in future newsletters. Coming up, future things. What's next? What's next for Request Network? We're introducing private payments through the API. To be clear, we already did this with Hinkle through the SDK, but we had much more success with API, so it just makes sense to integrate private payments with the API. This means that businesses and individuals alike will benefit from enhanced privacy. Imagine obfuscated payer address when paying a request. Another payments feature that is coming right up to the API is represented by recurring payments, which are automatic repeated payments made on a schedule. So not subscription payments. Let's be clear about this. This is not an automatic renewal kind of thing. This is not happening. Not at the moment. That's quite difficult to do in crypto, but we're probably gonna get there. These are automatic repeated payments, meaning that you can imagine telling your wallet every first of the month, pay this person $100 until I say stop. That's a recurring payment. And that's also coming to the API, easily integrable, easily accessible, and easy to integrate by mostly anybody. You can view the entire roadmap. You can see what's next for the protocol right now on GitHub. You can access github.com/requestnetwork. Click on projects right there, and all the tasks, all the backlog, all the next features, we're all sorted. We can sort them out by urgency, by difficulty, by effort, and so on. So I strongly invite you to take a look there. Next up, come build with us. How? Well, if you're a developer, there are a couple of ways to get involved and obviously rewarded. For example, you can contribute code. What do I mean by that? Explore the cross-chain DAX, for example. go to docs.request.network, export the cross-chain documents, because you can already generate an invoice on Base. You can pay it with DAI from Arbitrum. If anything isn't working as expected, open an issue, drop a comment on GitHub. Your objective, real-world feedback. And I highlight objective and real world because in a company where we know each other, some of the times, we validate each other's opinions. But you can give us hard, cold feedback, and we need that. We need that. And if you could do that, just open an issue, drop a comment on GitHub. That would be enough for us. Even send a DM, even write on Discord. Your objective, real-world feedback, like I said, steers our progress while improving the overall developer experience. Another way to build with us is to submit a pull request. Can be fixing a typo in the documentation. Thank you, PG. I noticed that you did that. It can be a simple or even a complex bug splash, or even a feature from our roadmap. It's an open source protocol in the end. However, all these pull requests, well, the merged ones at least, get to participate in the best pull request initiative where the community rewards such an effort with 500 US dollars every quarter. The grants program is also a great way to start your building journey with Request Network, especially if you're thinking about an invoicing or a payments app. And anybody can apply anytime. Reach out to me on me, Alex Stoichescu, on Discord if you want more information. What's next? Grow Request Network. So if you don't have the builder skills, if you don't have developer skills, you can still help. As a community member, you are essential. Here's how. Give mentorship and support. So a good idea about how we can go about this is to become an advocate. We have already selected our first 3 advocates, but if we need to scale the program, we have to look inside our community members first, right? The best way to get noticed is to write blog posts or X threads, record a short video or demo, translate one of our essential docs, attend a meetup and preach about Request Network and our API. Get involved, get noticed, and we'll take it from there, promise. We actually, you can also help by just moderating or mentoring on Discord. It would be nice to have more friendly, knowledgeable members, as we already have, but more to answer questions, to welcome new voices, and to keep our channels organized and obviously clean from spammers and scammers. Um, if you have any questions about being a community mod, just reach out to me. I would gladly walk you through the steps. Moreover, how can you help if you're a community member? You can shape governance. Cast your vote in the quarterly initiatives. By voting, you help recognize top contributions and contributors. Your votes help us highlight what matters most, whether it's a docs overhaul, a critical bug squashed, or just an excellent app integration. And last but not least, we're going to open a referral program for everybody. Meaning, do you know somebody working for an online marketplace that would benefit from crypto payments? Reach out to myself, reach out to Mariana. Do you believe that your buddy's company could benefit from an on-chain payroll process? Absolutely. Reach out to me, reach out to Mariana. You get it, right? More details about the process and the rewards themselves will be shared in the coming weeks, but you can start referring today. We'll just write your name down. Don't worry, we won't forget about your effort and we will gladly reward it. Let me tell you a little bit about the team the people that are powering Request Network at the moment. First, meet Tristan. I think he's also joined here and in the call. He's our newest fintech expert who joined in March. His background is in payments for Uber and Grab, and he's already brought critical experience in scaling payment operations and penetrating the Web2 payments market. Um, the second addition to the team is Kerry, a full stack developer. He's already helping builders integrate with our protocol. He's done a great job with finding new metrics to track, and he's an all-around great guy. Welcome to the team. Would you like to join the team? Get involved. Just rewind the video a little bit, and you can see how you can get involved. So we're now up to, let's see here, 9 people. That's progress. If you remember, it was only 2 years ago that it was 2 years and a half ago that it was just David and Umar. When Francisco joined, I joined, Alex Popescu joined, and then we're now up to 9 people. Congrats, everybody. The Q&A section, which everybody is excited for, I hope. We received a couple of questions. These are the questions. We didn't censor them or anything. So here we go. Is Wintermute still a market maker for the REC token? Recent on-chain transactions look like a loan payback by Wintermute. So I see we have some on-chain detectives here. Wintermute is still the market maker. We still have a contract with them. However, there was no loan payback to us. It's 100% confirmed. There's no loan payback. Not by us anyway. Second question. The team is super focused on the API right now. Yes, and payments. Do you already see an increase in builder activity or other companies integrating Request Network? And can you maybe share some names? The API has good traction thanks to the user experience, which is super smooth. Just go to Easy Invoice and check it out. We see an increase in activity, and the metrics will also reflect that. We'll very soon share the builders who are integrating it. We can give you a sneak peek with one of them. One of them is called Kryptos. So that's Kryptos. I'm not putting in the logo. I'm not saying it again because this is a sneak peek, all right? So we're going to do a whole announcement once it's fully up and running. Next questions. Number 3. Collaboration with Wintermute, conditional on having a stablecoin pair for Europe. Thank you for mentioning for Europe. Speaking of the European trading pair, no, not at all. This is an ongoing conversation that we're having with Binance. Wintermute is also involved in this conversation. I know it's taking longer than anybody wished for, but I'm also sure that sometimes at your workplace things haven't moved as fast as you wanted. So as soon as we have something, we will let you know. The final decision rests with Binance, and yes, it's an ongoing conversation. And the final question here. At the moment, we have a projected number of transactions of 300,000 for 2025. What number would the team be happy with? 400K would be double of 2024. We believe that we're on the right track for increased adoption of our infrastructure, and transactions are not necessarily the best KPI to track. It's not the best metric, right? As I just explained. We're now instead tracking payments and payment volume. But to answer this particular question, yes, 300K looks like a reasonable number, but we'll check out at the end of the year. And that's about it. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any kind of questions, if you want to refer somebody, come on the Discord. Ask for Alex Stoichescu. I'm right there. You can see Alex on the right side. Mariana is our dedicated business developer, and she will greatly assist you with anything that you need, as well as I. So once again, thank you for coming. Anything that you need, hit us up. Bye.